You see, I joined the Indian Navy soon after graduating college in 1979, became lieutenant commander in 1993. I quit prematurely because there was urge to do something different. When I'm sharing this with you, I want to ignite that little spark in you guys that every prayer is answered. It's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to us. So I used to aspire to be something different. I came from a very humble background. And when I joined the Navy, as commissioned officer, in our cases, we are the armed forces are the only commission where the President of India signs your commission in ink. So it's a very big, prestigious thing. Coming from humble background, sometimes in my childhood days, third meal was a question. It's a big, big walk. But there was something missing. In 1980, I was sent to Mauritius to train. So despite all this, you still had something else, and you start praying and thinking and evolving yourself, it'll happen. So I was wanting to all the time see what is it that is so-called impossible that I can do. Amazing that it may sound, I found Sehmat. During war, 99 Kargil war, I was president of Piramal's then, sent them or something called a inconsequential or whatever you call it, a resignation of sorts that I'm going, I'll work and I'll come back. But I went to battle theatre. Family, parents, all left behind, no pension, because I'd quit prematurely. I wanted to pay back to my Navy by fighting back. So obviously I went as an embedded journalist, Lieutenant General S.S. Grewal, then QMG, gave me permission, but I was not just going there and writing. I was doing something else. I was in my Navy days a missile control officer. Largest number of missiles fired ever in the Navy are still in my name. So from missiles, I switched to logistics. When I quit Navy, I went to Japan. I'm just giving you a little idea as to how one is transcending from one to the other, trying to find out where are you headed to. I'm trying to share with you that you make up your mind now. I decided when each time some new step came up. So I went to Tokyo to do intellectual property rights in 2000 sometime, and was party to Indian government's movement on intellectual property rights and compulsory licensing and TRIPS. And when it became a part and parcel of India on 1st of January 2005, it still did not satisfy me. That there's something else I want to do. So I continued writing Raazi, the film that some of you may have seen. And when Raazi got made, it made under conditions. He's asked me a question, I'm bringing you a little roundabout. I put a condition that the film shall be made by the director of my choice, by the actors of my choice, and by the money that I want. So gentlemen came to me first of all before the Raazi was to be made in 2008 and said that his name is Samar Khan, who had made a film called Shaurya, and he says he's come from some company called Red Chilies and he wants this book and so on and so forth, and he will pay this and that. And I said, these are my conditions. And I asked in 2008, 1.5 crores. He says, are you crazy? We give not more than 10 lakhs to even Chetan Bhagat. I said, don't buy it then. He used this word to me that we will use your book and you can go to hell for all we care. This is what he meant. Red chilies. And I did not know what red chilies is. So then I met Chiba, was my batchmate, by my senior in the military days. I used to play golf with him. He was father of Gauri, father-in-law of Shah Rukh Khan. I told him, this is what your son-in-law is doing to me. I received an apology. I put that apology in the public domain. Shah Rukh Khan got annoyed with me. Nobody, ladies and gentlemen, youngsters, students, is bigger than you. Remember that. Nobody is bigger than you. Sehmat used to tell me the God residing in me is capable of handling any enemy outside. So that is your spirit. So I was not allowed to make this film for another 10 years. Bollywood wouldn't let me enter. But there was this idea in my mind that it will happen. So then Gulzar Saab made a request to me. My daughter hasn't got a work for past 4 years after Talwar because they think that Vishal Bharadwaj has actually made it. Please do something. I promised him that I will take her. And I took Alia. Went to Alia. I said, I'm giving you a work which nobody else would have done, or perhaps you will never do it again. That's how Raazi got made. And then I took on Gulzar that you have mismatched my film. You have done a blunder in showing a Kashmiri Muslim woman as a terrorist or as a depressed woman, as a Kashmiri Muslim woman who thinks that she has done a blunder fighting for India, whereas it was the other way around. She comes back, she's saluted, she sees the tricolor, a band master starts playing Jan Gan Man. Whereas you have brought it as a depressed woman, this is not on. Sehmat used to say, agar aap apni mitti ke nahi, to kahin ke nahi. Ladies and gentlemen, we are soldiers. I have been literally one, you are no less. If this mitti word imbibes in you, gets into your mindset, half the problem of your life gets over. This is time tested. You will follow that track yourself. Because then nothing else will matter to you. I've seen about some 20, 30, 40, God knows how many countries. But when I come back, यहाँ की मिट्टी में जो खास खुशबू है, वो कहीं नहीं है. It's experimented. When you are demanding something in your heart, God is not found in temples and gurdwaras and mandirs and masjids. God resides within. If you see a dog and you hate him, you're insulting God. And that goes to all animals and animal kingdom. So that was Sehmat. So in my life, I had a Sehmat. So 99 thereafter changed my life. Want to know more what is Sehmat? I wrote an article against serving finance minister of India. We were a pharmaceutical company. The article still reads it. You read it, please, in the newspaper. Have some mercy, Mr. Sinha. You are budgeting nightmares for cancer patients. Mr. Sinha, Yashwant Sinha, was so annoyed, he threatened my chairman. And I was writing mentally my resignation. मैंने कहा ना फौजी थोड़ा पागल होते हैं. But I was told to go and apologize to him, so I carried a letter. And it says, my article on so-and-so, which has become a star question in the parliament, it has hurt you, it is my pent-up anguish, and so forth. It was not to hurt you personally. Para 2. I, however, stand by my article. So I was called by Babji. Anybody knows who's Babji? Huh? Atal Bihari Vajpayee was called Babji. He called me. Ab kya kar diya aapne? Because first time in Kashmir, from Skadu, from Dras and from hills, I had written an article. Those days, as a president of Piramal, sitting in bunkers, I used to write an article. So I challenged Mr. Vajpayee that you have done a blunder not fighting and ruining Skadu. So I was invited by Prime Minister then. If you write in somebody's praise, he may or may not call you. But you write a very truthful article, fearlessly, that man will turn. Ye kya keh diya isne? So I was called then and I explained it to him that you made a blunder. You didn't, it was not right. But this time that article became a star question in the parliament. Yashwant Sinha threatened me with dire consequences and I had Sehmat at my back. 3 days later, guess what happened? Yashwant Sinha was sacked. Finance Minister of India was removed by Atal Bihari Vajpayee Sahab. I was summoned to Finance Ministry again. It's all on record. But this time in front of the table there were chairs so I could sit down. And the Finance Minister, Jaswant Singh ji, said, "Here is a notice for you." So I said, "What notice is this, sir?" He says, "What will you have?" I said, "Sir, filter coffee. But it should be hot." Filter coffee, I took first sip. He looked at me. "What happened?" I said, "Sir, it is cold." So you see, you're talking to an officer like an officer. A human being as a human being. A soul is interacting to another soul. No hatred. He says, "I'm issuing you a notice. Read it." In India, there is only one ordinance, ladies and gentlemen. I'm proud means I'm happy about it. These are passe. These things are personal little glories here and there. Only one ordinance, which is in the name of Harinder Sikka. It says that all life-saving drugs have been removed from taxes. So did I do this for anybody? No. Did I please any particular person? No. The government of India was pleased to remove taxes. Who did it actually? Sehmat. So there is a Sehmat within you, that soul, that guiding soul. It's up to us to find it. Take a little minute here. I went to Israel. I'm very fond of that country. And then to Poland, and I saw in Poland, in the museums, Israel would send, every year they send thousands of children to visit those museums. Children would be laughing, eating, this, that, picnicking, till they enter that museum. When they enter that museum, which were once upon a time gas chambers during Hitler time, these children will see the photographs of their family parents, forefathers. They will come out crying. So I asked the professors there, "Why are you tormenting them?" And those professors said, "They have now become soldiers." So please remember, Shahid Bhagat Singh, Rajguru, Chandrasekhar Azad could have been saved. They were killed one day before. They could have been saved by Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. But there was politics playing at the cost of our country. So if you have guts, read those texts, satisfy yourself, and don't allow truth to be brushed under the carpet. We are allowing it because हमें कोई 4 पैसे दे देता है, हम फिसल जाते हैं. Don't let your backbone be, that so-called K2 stream, be punctured for the sake of money. Because then there is no difference between you and a pimp on the road.